My name is Dan Taits. I'm president and COO of Penthera Partners. Penthera builds software that improves the mobile video experience. We focus on solutions for challenges users face when they can't enjoy the videos they love because connection to the internet is unavailable, unreliable, or unaffordable. I listened to the first keynote speaker. I thought it was a great presentation. I'm going to sort of step back from that a little and sort of set the stage. I hope you indulge me just for a few minutes to tell you what probably you already know, that mobile video is playing a big role in a radical transformation of the media industry that we are all living through. Most consumers are foregoing or supplementing traditional pay TV by substituting or adding streaming video. Today, 81% of internet users in North America stream video. And to satisfy that demand, the entertainment industry is creating more video than ever. And the entertainment industry today is everyone with a cell phone and access to the internet. More video content is uploaded in 30 days online than the major US networks have created in 3 decades. And those consumers are spending 80 minutes a day streaming video. That's still far less than the time spent on traditional TV, but that 80 minutes is growing, and it's growing fast. A few market leaders attract the bulk of the online views, but there are thousands of services for viewers to choose from, and there's a constant stream, no pun intended, of new launches. In May of last year, Roku reported more than 5,000 streaming channels in the Roku channel store. And those companies are spending millions, and in some cases billions, on programming and technology. It's a multi-billion-dollar war for the share of your time spent watching video. You need great content to grab a consumer's attention, but you need to provide a great experience too if you want to turn that consumer into a loyal viewer. And the battlefield for your attention is shifting from the silver screen of the TV screen to the high-quality screens found on smartphones and tablets. Enjoying video is no longer confined to movie theaters and TVs in our home. Consumers enjoy videos everywhere. On planes, trains, and buses, waiting on lines and in waiting rooms. When I think about where we enjoy video today, I remember that the TV industry, myself included, used to laugh about the idea that anyone would watch TV or movies on those little BlackBerry screens. It makes me think of the Dr. Seuss character, Sam I Am. Sam famously claimed to dislike green eggs and ham until he tried them and proclaimed that he liked them. He continued, "I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat, and I will eat them in the rain and in the dark and on a train and in a car and on a tree." Finally, he says, "I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere." Well, the same thing happened to consumers in video on the phones. They now watch video here and there and everywhere. The average adult spends 30 minutes a day streaming video content on their mobile device. That's almost half of the daily streaming video consumption, and it is growing rapidly. From 2016 to 17, the time spent watching mobile video increased by 35%. Demand for mobile video is growing incredibly fast. Cisco predicts that by 2020, 75% of all mobile data traffic worldwide will be video. The demand for mobile video is growing far faster than we expected when Netflix began sending DVDs to us in the mail. Mobile video is growing because consumers' appetite for content is insatiable. However, it is growing despite the buffering, slow load times, and poor video quality that often plagues the mobile video experience. Buffering and video quality are challenges when streaming to any kind of device, but mobile poses much greater challenges. Cellular networks are more unstable and volatile than fixed broadband. In certain markets, network congestion is a frequent problem, and the conditions affecting mobile connectivity fluctuate, especially when the device is in motion. For these and other reasons, streaming problems and the frustration they cause are much more common when streaming to mobile devices. Penthera fielded a study to measure some of these problems. Our study, which is corroborated by plenty of other research, showed that 92% of mobile video users are frustrated. 65% cited buffering as a cause of frustration. To understand the effect of the frustration, our study asked what they do when they experience delayed video startup or other buffering problems. Personally, I don't get overly frustrated by streaming delays. I'm still amazed by the miracle that I can watch video on that little device in my pocket. I'm even comfortable with the small screen size. Unfortunately for the industry, I'm not the typical consumer. More than half of consumers will move on to something else if they experience buffering, and 11% of those frustrated by buffering will unsubscribe from the service. Other studies have shown that as little as a few seconds of buffering will cause a consumer to give up on a streaming session. So I was listening to the earlier presentation, which I thought was excellent, talking about CDNs, and Marcus mentioned the idea that we should get down to 10 to 20 milliseconds of latency. That's not, I think, many people's experience in the real world with mobile video, and maybe with his solution that we'll get to that. But I'm going to talk about the challenge from a different point of view a little bit. The industry is coming to grips with these problems and starting to tackle them. Many solutions are being implemented, and many have merit. Video services are improving, sometimes with the help of a growing community of streaming video vendors. The mobile video experience can often be improved by upgrading the performance of the origin platform or switching to a better CDN. Sometimes a new form of encoding or transcoding or a different OVP can provide better results. Over the last couple of years, edge computing has gained currency as a way to reduce buffering and other delays in video delivery. Obviously, Marcus talked a lot about edge computing. I saw there's other presentations today about it. It's a great breakthrough in video delivery, and it's something that I think we're going to hear a lot more about as people try new things. But even if video is cached at the edge, at a point of presence close to the user device, it still has to get from that point of presence to the device. And when the mobile device can be anywhere and is on the move, opportunities for disruption of the video abound. A problem in that last mile or 1,000 feet of connectivity can ruin a user's enjoyment of a video, even if it is streaming from a very well-designed app with a very well-built cloud video tech stack. From the early days of streaming video, some industry leaders have taken the view that ubiquitous Wi-Fi or advanced cellular service will solve all connectivity problems. Today, we hear that often about 5G. Perhaps one day the world will achieve the utopia of ubiquitous, reliable, and free connectivity, but we are clearly not there today. And I don't recommend that streaming video services wait for that day to try to satisfy their customers. In light of the explosive growth in mobile video demand and adoption of HD and Ultra HD content, it seems to me that the future may be filled with even greater connectivity challenges than we experience today. There are alternatives that directly address the challenge of last mile connectivity. So I call this, sometimes the last mile, or sometimes sort of over the edge, sort of taking on from edge computing. Edge computing, though, doesn't go to the client devices. When they talk about edge computing, like Marcus did today, he's talking about getting close to the device, but there's still a hop between that close point of presence and the device, and when the device goes in a tunnel or moves around or is in transit on a boat or a train, it's very challenging. An alternative that's gained a lot of traction in the last few years is download to go. Streaming services frequently boast that their services are available anytime and anywhere. Download to go is the feature that makes those marketer-coined alternative facts into facts. D2Go, or download to go, makes streaming services truly available anytime and anywhere, regardless of connectivity. If a streaming video service offers download to go, users can download a video from that service to their mobile device and watch it later without relying on an internet connection. When consumers play a downloaded video, they enjoy the entire video in the highest available quality with no delays and no buffering. A few cable operators and OTT players experimented with D2Go in 2013 and 14, but it first gained national attention when Amazon Prime began offering it in late 2015. By the time Netflix began offering the download option 1 year later, a number of other services had already joined the Download to Go club. Today, you can find the option to download in North America on services like Starz and Showtime, YouTube Red, Xfinity, Lifetime Movie Club, and as of last week on the AMC app. D2Go is also used by some of the leaders in the wellness industry, such as Beachbody and Gaia. It's also available outside of North America. In fact, in my view, it's much more valuable outside of the more developed world where connectivity is even more of a challenge. For example, Liberty Global's Horizon Go app in Europe and a number of services in Asia, the Middle East, and other regions. Last week, Hulu announced that it will soon join the Download to Go club and claimed that it would be the first to offer a download option with opportunities for advertisers. I can tell you that Penthera is working with many other cable operators, TV networks, and OTT services looking to add a Download to Go option to their streaming video offerings, and these include both subscription and ad-supported services. Download to Go has gained traction because it benefits both the streaming services that offer it and consumers that use it. Consumers enjoy high-quality video without worrying about the availability of Wi-Fi or the cost of cellular data. For the video services, Download to Go extends the availability of the brand, which can build loyalty, decreasing churn. The availability of download option also has been shown to increase the conversion rate of consumers using a free trial. Offering a download option can also relieve peak demand that can cause network congestion and, in some cases, even cause a video service to crash. With Download to Go becoming a staple part of a streaming service, I expect that we will start to see the adoption of advanced Download to Go features. A good example of this is subscriptions. Enabling subscriptions turns a smartphone into a mobile DVR. I also expect that video services will start using download combined with notifications to send previews and extra content to their best customers. We have all been there. We are ready to watch a favorite show or video that caught our eye. We click play, but the video doesn't begin. Instead, we see a spinning ball or message about buffering. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Is it ever going to play? Sometimes that ball keeps spinning for 10 seconds or even longer. It can be anxiety-producing or maddening. As we know, videos taking too long to start playing is a major cause of customer frustration. Streaming services want to address this problem, but they don't always know how. Obviously, if you had downloaded the program in advance, you wouldn't be having a startup delay. But D2Go is not going to replace streaming, and there are other ways to reduce or eliminate startup buffering. CDNs can reduce some startup buffering by pre-caching content in closer proximity to the user's device on the edge. That's what we heard about earlier. This form of pre-caching shortens the distance over which the video must travel, but it doesn't eliminate startup buffering if connectivity is the source of the problem. Not surprisingly, Netflix is thinking about the startup buffering problem and has shared on the Netflix tech blog some of the steps Netflix takes to improve the mobile video experience for its customers. I recommend that blog for engineers in the streaming video industry. But some of the posts are also valuable for product and marketing teams who need to understand the challenges of delivering mobile video. A recent blog post described how Netflix uses predictive caching to eliminate startup buffering. Predictive caching uses download functionality to pre-position a few segments of the content on a user's device. By doing that, the video will start playing instantly when the user presses play. Penthera calls this product Fast Play. The pre-positioning takes place the moment a user opens an app and is browsing the catalog or navigating to the video they want to watch. Pre-positioning is even more valuable when it's combined with machine learning that can predict the video that a user is going to watch next. Another partial solution for last mile delivery challenges is advanced compression technology. The Alliance for Open Media is a leader in compression technology. In March, the Alliance announced a new standard that supports 4K and higher Ultra HD while using less data. By reducing the amount of data needed to stream high-quality video, mobile video consumers can enjoy quality video experiences even when the available internet connection is suboptimal. So, what's next? Demand for streaming video is already enormous and is growing fast. Demand for access on mobile devices of all types and in all locations is growing even faster, and that creates challenges. Streaming video services should optimize their cloud delivery infrastructure, build the best apps that they can, and of course, continue to create compelling content. But don't neglect the last mile. The connectivity challenge is not going away anytime soon. If the industry is going to deliver a seamless video experience to billions of users around the globe, the industry needs to meet the last mile challenge. So I'm happy to take some questions now. Probably covered everything, so there are no questions. Sure.
First of all, thank you for the amazing product. We're using Penthera at ANC Networks, so works great. I actually believe in technical integration. I think.
I did not pay him to come here. Just saying.
No, ANC paid. Yeah, but I think one thing that was not presented on the slides, if you can elaborate a little bit on the security aspect.
So security is a question we get a lot as a product, as a going beyond Penthera's product itself. The security of download is really not a problem. At least for us, we integrate with any digital rights management system that is in place, and my engineers have assured me that whatever security is in place that protects the streaming assets equally protects the downloaded assets. In fact, it's our view that the assets are much more vulnerable to piracy when they're streaming than when they've been downloaded and are sitting on a client's device with various protections in place that prevent copying or transferring and expire the asset after a short period of time. And anything else? Yes.
What kind of broadband speeds are kind of do you require now for HD and for 4K? I know you mentioned some of the new technologies from over.
So what I've read, I'm not an expert in this, but from the articles I've read recently, Netflix and it's really the, what was it called, the Open Alliance that just announced this new standard of compression. They got it down, I'm going from memory, but to something like 300 or 400 megabits of throughput would be sufficient to stream 4K and possibly higher. I don't know all the specs, but it's, I'm sure, available on the Anything else? All right, I guess that's a wrap.